Home Depot Zombie Stack Trio. I ordered this one online about 2 weeks ago when the Home Depot drop was announced, and then they shipped it to the store, and I picked it up yesterday. This is a reskin of the Trickster Trio, which is the Clown Stack. I will be doing a comparison on that soon, and if you guys want to buy this, he's $200, and his link will be in the description. So this is the box it came in. We're going to open it up and see what's inside. From what I know from the other build, this should be really easy as they're all pre-built and you just have to stack them up. And the box is pretty heavy, and these guys look great. The arm is not connected. It has a fork hook connector on it, and this thing is a bat, and it looks like it connects to the guy on the top based off the box pictures. We'll see which one doesn't have an arm. I think it's this one. There we go. This is what he looks like. And he's like a bobblehead the way it moves on a spring. That's what his whole body looks like. And he's got that cord coming out the bottom. Let's see what else is in here. Now, the thing I like about this is that he actually stands on his own over here, which is really cool. This next one has like an Art the Clown type of suit on. His face is also really creepy, the bloodshot eyes. Let's tear this plastic off and get a better look at these. And all of their mouths do move, and they put detail on the top and back and everywhere on all of these props. Let's see this guy over here as well. This one has hair on his head. His eyes point down, and I mean, every mold here is different. The last one in here kind of looks like he's wearing an astronaut suit. And he has some hair on his head. It's gray. And his face also has a different mold, and that might be the IR sensor right there. I'm not totally sure. Maybe the IR sensor's right there on this one. I don't know, it looks like they had two different IR sensor ideas and only picked one of them. But he's looking down really hard. There's only two other things in this box, I think, which instructions has the power adapter in there, as well as some outdoor stakes. About the outdoor, it's rated indoor or outdoor covered porch. Here's part of the base. And there's the other part as well. I think there's a third one right here. Here's a quick overview of the parts. We have the three sections of the base. Those two poles right there are where the feet connect. Got four stakes, which are not holding anything in the ground. Look how short those are. The power adapter with two sections. A bag with one cotter pin, which I think is for the fork hook connector on the arm. Instructions. Here is the arm of the bat. I see the hole for the fork hook connector right there. We have the zombie stack in order. This guy's on the bottom. That one's on the middle. He also has the keep off thing, which I need to cut off. This is so when Home Depot employees in the store build it, they have that up so no kids climb on it. And then the last guy, which is on top, he's missing that arm because it's on the floor. That's everything in this overview. We're gonna get onto the build now. First step is to have both side base pieces out and then drop the main one in the middle. And there are two snap locks on each side that you wanna line up and push them in. There's the first one. And the second. Those went on really easily, and it says right here that this is the front and then the back. The other way you'll know is that these poles are gonna be further back than towards the front, so there'll be more space of metal up there. And then we're gonna get on to putting the first guy down, which I'm gonna call him Art the Clown. There's two holes on the bottom of his feet that are gonna line up. Now, I don't even know what we're dealing with here. I forgot everything about the Trickster Trio Clown Stack. So I'm actually trying to put them through these metal poles. I thought it was just holes on the bottom of his feet, but it's more complicated than that. Got both of them in, and it slides down pretty good. So it connects to the metal that is in his legs here. This is steel. And then at the top of his neck, we got one that snap locks in. You don't just set it on top. Now, I don't know where his control box is. There we go. Now, it looks like it's waterproof, but on the box, it's indoor covered porch use only. So we got lights only mode, timer, sensor, off step pad. They got volume control. We'll come back down to this and plug the adapter in later. Setting the astronaut on top, there is a pole coming out right here. There's some Velcro. If you don't see it, you have to undo that. And then that connects into the pole labeled D. And this starts to get a little tough. There we go. This is how it should look. And there is, once again, another pole labeled E up here that the top guy is going to connect into. But before we put him on, we got to give him his arm, which does move. The bat is going to be swung. There is Velcro on the clothing, but we'll get to that in a minute. That's going to go on his wrist, I think. There should be that fork cut connector up here. There it is. And that's where we're going to connect the bat arm. And it will fall off if you don't put the cotter pin on. This is the only one, so don't lose it. And that goes through right there. Pulling this down and connecting it right onto the wrist. He's ready to make this zombie stack the trio. His legs are touching. I need to pull them apart, which doesn't look like that's gonna work, so I'm gonna try to go around like this. That works pretty good. And I'm missing that pole. I gotta find it. There it is. I'm gonna try to get the snap lock to click. I don't think we're getting it though. I'm gonna stop right there and just try to get the wires down. I'm not gonna pose these arms on camera as well, but you can make it look like he's holding the shoes or out, whatever you want. And I'm gonna connect the wires on the back as well as plugging in the adapter now. It's probably a good idea to run these cords down through the shirts. That's what I'll be doing. And you can see where the cord drops out of the one below. And that's how you feed that wire through. I feel like everything gets caught on this prop. But once you feed that down, you Velcro the rest of this guy's clothing up. And that looks pretty good. For the final two cords, I'm gonna run one down at a time through the collar of his shirt, and that comes out right here. So it should be coming off the control box somewhere. Here we go. And one has 6 connectors, the other has 4, so you cannot mess it up. And these look like waterproof connections, but for some reason he's indoor rated still. The other wire, I'm gonna unknot and put that down as well to connect it. Got the other cord down here. This is the 4-pin. And screwing that together. So one of the last steps now is plugging the power adapter in. There's 2 pieces to this. One that goes into the wall adapter piece, and then the other side goes into the prop. This is also a 5.9 volt 3 amp. All of them this year have been 3. And this goes right into there. And this connects right into that adapter slot and then screws in. So I'm gonna have mine on the middle mode, timer or sensor. I'm looking for the sensor mode. And I'm gonna tuck all these wires in, plug them in, and we're gonna be on to the demo.
I told you guys, this is the spot for the best brains.
Well, I'd rather eat rats for dinner. This one's a dud. Why not both? Rats for an appetizer and brains for the main course. Even if it is on the lower grade side. Well, I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Who's up for a spooky story?
Only if it involves brains and a side of humorous, please. Get it?
No one cares. The spooky story is to distract this walking meal so we can smack them and eat them.
Oh, yeah. Come here. It's dinner time.
Why did the zombie cross the road?
To catch a leg up on the competition, of course. We'll go back and get his leg. Mine is always falling off.
Sounds like you could use a new one.
Hey, let's take yours.
I think my arm's falling off again.
Quick, use it to swat some flies. Or save it for dessert. Nothing like a finger food snack.
But then I'll need another one. Hey, who's that?
Give us your arm, and we'll give you candy.
I'm taking them down to put them side by side now for the last demo. I just wanted to note how his eyes are pointing up. The guy on top, eyes are pointing down. And the guy in the middle, he's got his eyes like right in the middle. So he's looking up, he's looking down. They're looking at each other, which is really cool.
What's that smell? Is it fresh brains?
Nope, that's just the trick-or-treaters. Or maybe it's leftovers from last week. Either way, I'm digging in.
Smell you later. I want something fresh.
Trick or treat! Can't wait to have brains to eat!
Overall, do I like this prop? Yep, I do. This thing is super cool, and for the price of $200, it is totally worth it. I was a big fan of the Clown Trickster Trio stack, which I'm gonna do a comparison on both of those pretty soon here. Stay tuned for that. And hopefully I can switch them as well. That'd be really cool. I don't know if the connectors are gonna line up yet, but stay tuned for that video. Thanks for watching. If you want this prop, once again, it's in the description. Click the link. Anyways, see you in the next video.